But if I were to die here, perhaps my astral body could stay here, and I could be reincarnated as a baby on Thiaoouba. I was full of hope, forgetting, for the moment, the family I loved back on earth. You don't understand, Michelle. Universal law would require that you be reincarnated on earth if you had not yet finished your time there. But it is possible that when you do die on earth, when your moment has come, astral body will reincarnate in a body on another, more advanced planet, a second or perhaps third category planet, or even this one, depending on your present degree of development. It's possible then to skip all categories and find ourselves reincarnated on a ninth category planet. I asked, still full of hope, for, most decidedly, I regarded Thiaoouba as a veritable paradise. Michelle, can you take some iron ore and some carbon, heat them to the right temperature and produce pure steel? No. First you must skin the rubbish from the iron. Then it goes back to the pot to be processed again and again and again. For as long as it takes to produce first-class steel. The same applies to us. We must be reprocessed over and over until we emerge perfect, for eventually we will rejoin the Spirit who, being perfect himself, cannot accept the slightest imperfection. That seems so complicated. The Spirit, who has created everything, wanted it this way, and I'm sure that, for him, it's very simple, but for a poor human brain, I admit, it is at times difficult to comprehend. And it gets more difficult, the closer we try to get to the source. For this reason, we have tried, and in several places with success, to abolish religions and sects. They apparently want to group people together and help them to worship God or gods and to understand better. And yet they make it all much more complicated and quite incomprehensible by introducing rituals and laws invented by priests who look to their own personal interests rather than following nature and universal law. I see by your aura that you already realize certain of these things. I smiled, for it was true, and asked, on your planet, can you see auras and read them? A few of us have learned to, myself included, but in this domain we are little more advanced than you. However, we study the subject enormously because we know this is what's necessary for our evolution. He stopped there, quite suddenly, and I realized it was a telepathic order coming from the great personage that made him do so. I must go now, Michelle, and I will be completely happy to do so if in having spoken to you, I have been able to assist you and your fellow creatures on earth and across the universe. He held his hand out to me, and I did likewise. In spite of his ugliness, I would have liked to kiss him and hold him in my arms. I wish I had.